What's up, everybody? Clint Esposito here with none other than Steve Sommerfeld to do
How's it going?
some companioning, a little
Yeah.
bit of internet companionship with each other, but mostly a 2003 IFMA, which when they were on OLN. You don't even know what OLN is. It's a
No OLN in Australia, mate. I didn't know what that was.
it's Outdoor Life Network, not Outback Life Network. That's why you
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know
yeah,
about
yeah.
it.
No, none of that where we were. But I
Uh,
do know the series. I remember watching this.
so I think the Nationals were on OLN at this time as well, to tell you the truth.
If I got nationals, it probably would have been on Fox Sports.
See, I think OLN turned into some form of Fox Sports,
Ah,
which then,
okay.
which may even be Fuel, because Fuel was a
Yeah.
Fox Sports show as well. And those
Ah,
stations just keep like morphing into like right now it turned Fuel eventually turned into FS2, Fox Sports 2. So
okay. I didn't know that because yeah, like we had Fuel and we had Fox Sports in Australia when satellite cable TV was just coming out 20 years ago. And then fuel disappeared, and that was about it. That was
well
the end of
so
my
it
freestyle
turned
motocross on TV.
yeah, exactly. That's what happened here too. It turned into Fox Sports 2. And now it's like it turned into basically. Do you remember at the end it just turned into MMA?
Pretty much. Yeah, 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 exactly. That's exactly what it turned into.
Yeah,
Yep, early days MMA. That
yeah,
was fuel. I was like, oh,
I
guess there's
know.
no freestyle anymore.
Yeah, I remember getting bummed about that.
Yeah. Then I just sat there on freestyle MTX waiting for pictures to load.
Yeah, that was the culture.
Yeah, that was the culture.
All right, I'm gonna swap our screens. We got the. Hold on. Let's see if this plays. Cause
Well, the good thing is, like you said, this is 2003 IFMA. And I was watching this every week. Like as soon as it was out, I was on it. So it was IFMA in America, IFMXF in Europe, and that was just it was bombarding my TV screen. So it's kind of cool that we found this again. Another shout out to Braden Halleck for getting this one up. Hopefully, we don't get clipped by YouTube because this
yeah,
is in four parts. So hopefully this comes out on YouTube. If it doesn't, I guess we'll be back on Facebook again.
probably.
We'll
Hold
try it.
on. Let me. I'm
Yeah,
trying to get. For some reason, it's not pulling up the.
that's all right. I'm just talking to the people while you keep playing. I'm just
Perfect.
going to talk to the people, and so as we're companioning here, Clint realized that this could be one of the most infamous IFMA events ever. And I didn't know what he meant. And if he's right, we'll find out, I guess, in the fourth clip. So we're going to have to do the little countdown four times. Um, this could be interesting because there's one piece of history that well, it's basically been forgotten. But you remembered it, and hopefully it's in this episode.
I believe this is the
At
one.
a guess. At a guess. So if it's not, maybe we might let the secret out at the end, even if it's not in here. But it's quite interesting. I completely forgot about it. I'm actually looking forward to this one now. So
All right, I got it.
hopefully you've got everything sorted over there on the tech side.
Yes, I do. All right.
Nice.
All right, we got 2003 IFMA FMX Part 104.
Oh yeah.
All right, three, two, one. All right, we got kids with FMX painted on themselves. There he is right there. Adam, no, sorry, Andy Jones, then
Followed
Adam Jones.
by Adam Jones. Right, man. You're way better at this than me. I've got a bad memory. Who are we looking at? That's Andy.
That's Andy. That's Parsons probably, or
Ooh,
Miles Richmond. It could be Miles Richmond.
and that's a very young Adam
Very
Jones.
young Adam Jones.
03.
People are like, "Oh my God, FMX really breaks you down."
Yeah, man, it just thrashes you when you look at that. Oh, no, the cool thing is, this is now 20 years old.
And this is now the on the floor reporter for Supercross, Mr. Lurch, interviewing
Oh,
Jimmy McGuire. Um, do you remember Jimmy
I
McGuire?
do remember Jimmy, but I
There's
don't
Jesse
know
Olsen,
what happened. Oh, Drake
Adam
there in the
Jones,
background.
Drake McElroy,
Damn. And the Destroyer.
the Destroyer.
God, that looked like somebody
There you
was trying
go.
to imitate Mad Mike Jones. Oh,
It is Miles Richmond.
Miles Richmond. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So Mad Mike was on this tour a lot, so I'm sure that it may have rubbed off on somebody.
Yeah,
Something
definitely looked
did.
like somebody. Definitely looked like his style with somebody else's helmet on.
Yeah.
So you're running this with no sound at
No
the
sound
moment.
at all. So
All
we're
right.
just talking over him.
So we're hoping with no sound that this ends up going onto YouTube and not having the issues we had last time.
That's why
So
he was called Backstreet, because of that hair.
what was he thinking?
It was the
Like,
style, dude. This
it was the
was
style. If you had,
2003. Backstreet Boys had to have been huge, so did NSYNC.
yeah, but that's not when guys who ride freestyle motocross copy the haircut. That's when they look like Jesse Olsen. That's what you should
Yeah.
like.
Dude, Jesse, when I met him in '01, had the ugliest motorcycle I'd ever seen. He literally, like, just must have spun the wheels and sprayed them yellow. And
Just go, yep, that'll be sweet. Let's go.
yeah,
Freestyle. No, I loved it. He just didn't give a fuck. He just
no.
turned up, wearing whatever he wanted. Oh, I was pumped on Jesse.
Yeah, he was awesome, too. He was really fun to watch. He had a good style.
Yeah.
Chris Dennison, who's now a stuntman. Hollywood
Really?
stuntman, yeah.
Uh-huh. Because he was he around for very long. I don't remember seeing him much after about this time. Like maybe
Not really.
04, 05 or
He started writing for shout out to Sean Nielsen.
Yo.
He started writing for like a dirt bike magazine.
Ah, okay.
There you go, Mad Mike
There's
just
Mad
shot his
Mike.
bike into the wall. Also, we'll probably see the other Parsons. Or no. Pastor, Dan Pastor.
Oh, Dan Pastor.
Yeah.
Dan Pastor.
Pastor.
Dan Pastor. Man, that dude, he was not scared.
No.
I remember probably the best 360 I ever saw.
Right there you go. That's
Him
part one.
was when he tried to hit a Crusty Demons ramp. And I don't know if it was wet. I don't know if he was looking the other way and
and he went.
The ramp was.
Okay, so I actually
50 framed it.
I talked to him about that.
Did
He
ya?
was so hungover he could barely see the fucking ramp and came out and he missed it with his back wheel and his frame slid up the side of the ramp.
I didn't want to say it, but I was pretty sure that was why. So if you've got the lowdown, then there you go.
Yeah.
That was the best 360 attempt I've ever seen. It was so good. If he could have landed like in the middle between the ramp and the landing,
Yeah.
and claimed a 360, it would have been sick.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Okay, we've got the lowdown. All right, so I'm on number 2 of 4. So 3, 2, 1. Oh,
Right? Zooming through the desert.
okay.
The cowboy. Oh, there was a young, damn it, still riding for Nitro. We talked about him with the big whips. Bamberg.
Oh, Bamberg.
Yeah.
But it is cool though to see this. Like there was X Games. There was Juto around in 03? I don't think so.
Yeah.
It was a bit later.
A
little bit later. But so the big boys were still coming here, which is cool.
Yeah. This is, I believe, looking at the footage, I want to say this is the year. Remember, I was telling you about the Vans Triple Crown, and TP
Yeah.
rode it. I want to say it's the same year.
Mm,
So they were still on, promoting this series heavily before they gave up on it.
yeah.
They basically went
Do you
from
know why?
yeah, they went from 16 riders on this tour, have to move in dirt, all that stuff. They'd have course workers, time, and then they went to the ramp to ramp IFMAs because they brought it
Yeah.
down to 8 guys,
Yeah.
no purse, just set
Start
money.
fee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then
That was it.
ramps. So now they're just paying for people to drag ramps in instead of uh, having machines and operators to
Yeah.
load in and out dirt.
Yeah. Yeah. I know that problem.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, so went down like from the dirt one, whole bunch of riders to ramp, where they sounds like I'm guessing then they just didn't give a shit and then it all just faded away.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Well, we couldn't even fill. I mean, here's the real reason: they were not filling stadiums or arenas, and
Yeah.
then we weren't either. Like basically, if you didn't have monster trucks, you weren't
Yeah,
filling
true.
anything up. So, wait,
Yeah.
145.
Is that what it said?
Yeah,
No way.
yeah. Old Renner. This is, remember the year he went to X Games and did the KOD off his front fender?
Oh, yes. Was that '03?
Well, it was that same gear, so I'm assuming
Yeah.
that it
Yeah,
is.
it's same time, yeah.
Yeah.
Suspension's looking a bit pogo-y.
Yeah, we didn't know any better.
Nope. It's like, no, you needed to pogo to get some more height. You want to get some height out of that jump.
Did you realize this is pre-sprinkler?
Pre-spring. Oh yeah, wow, yeah. He hadn't even come up with a new move at this point. Yeah, but this is like the progression of freestyle,
Yeah,
isn't it? He's just like, well, I can look like a bit of a goose. How can I do it even harder? I'm gonna go
yeah,
sprinkler. I'm gonna
yeah.
go the worm.
I want to
What else did he
blame,
have?
I would blame, yeah, exactly, sprinkler and the worm. I think that's it. I would blame him for all the dancing at Red Bull X Fighters.
I do. Yep. I lay the blame squarely at his feet. And then everybody came in who there we go.
There
There's a
you
little
go.
bit coming. But the problem was then it was the guys who know they can't dance trying to do it, and you're just like,
Well,
come
that's what
on.
it became. It was implemented, right? Like kind of in X Fighters, like basically, you'd better entertain the crowd, or
Yeah, that's it.
all right, early Dustin Miller, still textbook.
Still, always is. Nice. Oh, textbook accept that one.
Oh, we spoke too soon.
Fuck.
Oh no,
Oh no, kickstart Miller.
he's got the same bike Roxon's riding.
Yeah. Absolutely no improvements from 2003 until 2023.
Uh,
All
what
right. So
happened?
obviously
The
this is just a bit of a roundup or something.
I don't know. There's a highlight from an old one. I don't know what's going
Yeah,
on.
I'm guessing it is because it started off with that desert kind of intro into it. So I think this is a bit of a replay, a
Oh,
bit of a highlight
maybe we're wrong.
before we get started. Oh, you know what? I think this is like a smash together of comps. Probably should have checked this out first. We're
Uh,
doing this on the fly
we
right
love to
now.
do it. Season in
Season in
review.
review. There you go. Promoter CCE.
Clear Channel Entertainment.
Okay. Oh, they've already given everything out. 15 crew to build and maintain the track safely.
Yeah, and then they went to 4 guys, and then we just brought our own ramps.
And everyone just turned up and
Yeah,
it
and
was on.
nobody's ramps matched. They were all different.
So, okay, back then, what ramps are we talking in America? Oh, big diss. What are
So
we kind of looking at?
you're gonna be 2003 America IFMA. It's gonna be like a Rev 2.
Yeah, that's what I would have thought.
Yeah, because the ones came and went really quick. And do you realize that Robert Disler and John Disler's dad is the one that designed those ramps?
Really?
Yeah,
There you go. So
yeah.
they're to blame for all the different ramps. No,
Well,
I'm
they,
joking. They were doing stuff when nobody else was doing it.
yeah.
Like there was no standard. And I
Mm-mm.
was just talking to some guys about this today. I'm like, back 20 years ago, there was no standard
No.
around the world. It was you turned up at an event and you're like, I don't know what you're going to get. I don't know if I got to hit this thing hard,
Yeah,
soft, if I'm going to go to the moon, if I'm going through the ramp.
yeah.
So,
Well, that's how we ended up bumping ramps over here because we'd always end up in these teeny ass buildings. Everybody's ramp was completely different. And you're just
mhm.
like, you can only set the ramp. You would never get 70 feet, you know what I mean, in some buildings.
Yeah,
So you're like, I don't know what the hell we're even going to end up jumping in here.
yeah. And that's the sucky part. Like, I guess it was the exciting part, but
It wasn't that
exciting for the
exciting.
crowd, not for the rider.
Yeah, I would have rather they just be good floors and good same ramps, but
Yeah. We just missed it there as we were talking, but Drake McElroy won that IFMA. Oh, nice. What was that? Stalefish? Love that.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, so Drake got a win.
This is
I,
Jake
if I
Wyndham.
remember correctly, is that Jake Wyndham, the
Yeah,
jailer?
yeah,
Was that his nickname?
yeah.
The
Because
jailer?
he
Yeah,
was a
that's it.
warden.
Yeah. See, come on, kids, you can't just go be freestyle riders. You gotta earn your way through. And the destroyer.
150. They're little.
Oh, that
He
was
this
a little stripper compared to what he can do. That was
this
a
is
bit
when
weak.
this is when he was Target.
Yeah.
Remember, and then they got rid of him because he got some tattoos on his arm.
Was that the reason?
Yeah.
Bastards. He broke the mold. He wasn't the all American good boy anymore.
No, no.
So this must have then been 1 year before he won X Games, the big one. He won 2004, wasn't it?
Oh, Nate.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. You might be right, but this is
Uh,
the around the first time that he won, because same thing, the gear and the bike and stuff are similar to when he battled with TP.
yeah, exactly. Oh, sterilizer.
Into the wall. He did that
Good
on
enough.
purpose. He
I'd
did
give
it
him
on
10 out of
purpose.
10 out of 10 for that. I wouldn't drop a single point.
He was like, I don't dance like Renner. I'm gonna just run into the wall with my feet on over the handlebars.
That's it. Oh, Kenny Bartram.
Big old double heart attacks. He
Nice.
invented double hearts.
Did he?
Gravity games. Nobody else was doing it when he was still on that Yamaha. He came out and started doing big old. He called them Bart attacks. It
What? And it didn't catch on?
didn't catch on somehow. I like
Oh,
naming tricks, right? When, because I was thinking of a trick the other day, and I was like, it's not called that anymore because other people started doing it. Like, oh, Twitch
yeah.
whips. That's what it was.
What was it?
Twitch whips, remember?
Twitch
It
whips.
was just a turn down, but nobody else was doing them.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So they were
Sorry, yeah.
Twitch
Turn downs.
whips
Yeah,
at
Twitch
first.
whips. Yeah. Fuck, that is right.
Is he still on a 125 here? I can't see well enough.
Oh, me either.
I think he might be. Oh yeah, the rodeo to rodeo lander.
Oh.
That
Oh
sounds
no,
sketchy.
he's on a 250, but it sounds like a 125. Because I've got a little bit of sound in my ear and it sounds terrible. It's like he's got no packing in that muffler
It's
at
a
all.
oh 03 KTM, dude.
Yeah, true. What should I have expected?
They all sounded like that.
Hey, but look at him rail this course though.
Bro,
Like this looks fun.
wow. It looks fun when Kenny Bartram rides it. There's actually a lot of running in this floor, whatever floor this is, because normally
Yeah.
The ones I rode, we had like 55 foot of run up at the ramp. Look how far over he was.
He doesn't care that there's a run up like straight. He was
No.
2 meters, 3 meters to the side.
Yeah, he stands up,
Nice,
skids it around.
Rocky.
Dude, he was
That was a
textbook.
sick Rocky.
Yeah. Bartram back in the day, I mean, he's still gnarly now, I'm sure, but for the time, dude, everything he did was perfect and huge.
Yeah, he was pretty much textbook in everything.
Yeah. His uncle is Guy Cooper, you better be.
Yeah, but this is true. And he's got to have the skills. You can't just be doing freestyle. You got to be able to, do your nose wheelies, then roll back. You got to have some skill there.
Yeah. He's definitely an undercover technical rider. Like, I think he was very underrated. I know that he got some...
I would say hugely underrated.
Yeah. I know he got some medals and stuff at X, but I feel like he definitely should have probably gotten a little more accolades for as good as he was.
Yeah, I think so as well. Probably the one thing I remember from Cowboy would have been the side saddle takeoff flip over 75 foot.
Yeah.
I think it might have even tweaked out a fair bit, and he still brought it in sweet as like.
Derek Berlew.
Oh, nice.
Clowers. Tilton.
Was that?
No, that was
Tilton.
Tilton.
That Clowers?
That was Tilton.
Oh, Jeff Tilton.
Yeah, he did the full tilt, belly out, no hander.
160. These guys are. That's pretty light, right? 160 in kilos.
So 160 is probably, I weighed probably that or a little bit more. But once you get to the 140s, those guys are little.
Yeah. Like little Spanish dudes, like little Danny Torreses and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know Renner.
Yeah.
He's not that big.
Same.
And think about young Renner. He was a skinny little guy.
True. That's true.
Yeah, his no-nacks back in the day were...
Yeah, they were cool.
I liked him on the Yamaha. I like Yamaha Kenny Bartram. Most people don't even remember that. See? You can't
Yamaha Kenny. Fuck. I guess if I saw it, I would remember it, but as you say it,
you can't
think of it. Can't picture it.
Yeah,
I picture this. I picture 03 KTM Kenny.
Yeah.
Definitely.
First couple of years he was on a Yamaha.
Oh.
Him and TP running the 125s.
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, I do remember. You're right.
Was that a one or no-handed whip then in 2003?
Yeah, I think it was.
Now only Jared McNeil does it.
And the rodeo to rodeo lander.
Have you ever tried a rodeo?
I did try.
They're very
Couldn't
weird.
do it, but I did try.
Exactly.
That was hard.
Exactly.
Yeah. I was like, it's just the heel clicker. That's easy.
So he used to use his hand guards as flip levers for his KODs, or like as levers.
Cheating bastard.
That's
fucking cheat levers.
Yeah, he'd always be like, I'd just use my hand guards, man. Even TP, when they did like KODs, they could lean on their hand guards.
Flexi hand guards are good enough to get back on. Well, I mean, you don't actually need them, so even if it's a little bit flexible, it's probably just something that you can feel it, and you're like, yeah, I'm at the right point, I'll come back. Because it wouldn't do much. Like, if they needed it, it would snap the handguard.
But most people use their levers, no?
I used to use my clutch lever. I'd just put it up a little bit higher, and then I'd just smack it against my wrist.
I know people that have big marks on their hands and stuff from doing.
Oh yeah, man! I had massive bruising and swelling. I used to put on like a beer coaster when I rode over both of my wrists because I just kept smacking my clutch lever.
They would do that too. They'd have a bunch of stuff jammed in the back of their glove or whatever, and
I just went beer coaster. I figured I was going to use it later, so just get prepared.
Multi-use. Julian
well, then that way I
Dussault.
could write it off on a tax expense as well. Like it was for my job.
Your beer koozie?
Yeah. Oh, there's some Backstreet there.
Whoa!
Oh, Larry Loop out.
Who
Send
was
it.
that?
I'm pretty pumped on this best of show, though. This
Yeah.
review is pretty good. I mean, we're not keeping up with anything,
No.
but it's just like just getting the memory going again, like seeing what
All
actually
these
happened back
guys.
then.
Just seeing these guys be all young is hilarious.
Oh, here we go. Chris Dennison. Oh, okay. That's it.
Randy
So we're
Jones.
just going we're getting the roundup of who's riding.
Yeah, I guess so.
Jimmy Maguire, what happened to him? Because
He
he probably wasn't around for much longer after this either.
he was for a while,
Oh,
but
was he?
yeah, he rode
Oh.
some demos and stuff, but he's a cop now. Or a
Oh.
cop or maybe like a game warden or something like that.
So we've got the warden, the jailer, we've got a cop or something. Like, what's going on here? Like everyone's going into the being the good boy or the
Well,
good guys.
in Jake Wyndham's defense, he was a jailer before he did freestyle.
That's true. Yeah, he was a trendsetter.
Yeah.
All
Yeah, they're like,
right.
he's just going home, going to work.
And he's probably like, I don't even have to do anything. I just turn up, make sure nobody's breaking out, clock
Yeah.
off,
He's a
take a
pretty
bit of
big
money on the
dude.
side.
Did you ever meet him?
No,
He's
no.
pretty big.
He looked big. I
Yeah.
saw that when I watched interviews, I'd be like, that dude looks. And even when you watch him on the bike, he
Yes.
looked fucking
Stout.
big.
He's stout.
He's stout. He was stout. All right. Number three
Yep.
of four. 3, 2, 1. Oh damn, that music's loud in my ear, so I'll turn that one down.
There you go.
I've got a lot of
Starting off.
commentary, but it doesn't even sound fun.
Starting off with Adam Jones here on the old Cowie. So this is when he was like teammates with Mike Jones. Mike Jones gave him one of his other bikes.
Were they teammates? I didn't know that.
Well, so I mean, kind of. Mike Jones gave him a bike and stuff and helped him out for a year or so. And then Adam got really good, and then you know how that went. It's like,
Yeah, well, these things happen.
it does happen. But yeah, he was.
McMetz's 20 years ago, and he's still doing the damn things.
Yeah.
Like, we could say that about this entire run, only does that upside down in a flip.
I would guarantee that there are more McMets done in this video than done today.
Than what we've seen in the last 10 years.
Yes, for sure. And yes, that was a big starfish.
Oh, Saran to Saran. I love back then that the Saran to Saran was like the big combo move. Like you'd see it from anyone who was going for, I need a combo. Saran to Saran.
Yeah.
Okay, well, all right, whatever. That was a sick run.
Yeah. No, everything was textbook there. What was that? That was hard to see. We got Bau Bamberg for, I imagine most people know, but that are watching this.
Man.
Still doing big whips.
Yeah. Oh, dead sailor, bit short. Taking a fair bit of dirt with him.
Oh, we might have a flat.
Oh, yeah. Yep, there it is.
Well, that'll make you come up a little bit short.
Yeah. That's a fun one, doing the flat tire jump. That is a scary jump.
Dude, I've ridden shows where I had a pinch and it was slowly going down and I'd jump and then I would stop and pump it back up and jump like another 6 times and pump it back up.
Got to get the job done. Oh, there you go. So maybe hey, okay. So watching the IFMAs, so what they just showed there, obviously this is a bit of a wrap up. Was it something like Adam was versus Bau Bamberg that they just cut it and said, okay, Adam wins?
No.
Like, was it a Or was it kind of like the top six battle for the hot seat
So
kind
you
of
have
thing?
qualifiers, everybody would go, and then you would have, um, I think, 8 in the finals.
Okay.
So then they would just narrow it down, but it wasn't like head to head or anything. I think
Okay.
they're just trying because there's so many guys. I think they're just like narrowing it down to like first and second places runs or something.
Yeah, because it's the season in review.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
nice
Yeah,
double heart. Look back.
that was sick.
Yeah, then that makes sense.
Oh, and you notice Adam Jones was wearing answer gear as well. So he was
Not
like,
Fox.
yeah, exactly. Well, because he was Mad Mike was helping him.
Ah, yeah, true.
Uh,
Makes sense.
there you go, big old no knack Indy. Nice lazy boy.
Whoa.
He kind of
That was a
paused on that
weird
one.
way of going into a lazy.
Well, he couldn't. His front wasn't diving, so he sat down and waited for it to dive, and then threw the lazy boy.
That's good. Like, what's the word? Sense of where you are. And like, okay, I'll just sit here and wait for it to
Yeah,
drop
you
because
have
he did
to.
the wrong thing to start.
Well, you have to because if you're looped and then you lazy boy, when you pull
Yeah,
yourself
then
back, you're gonna
you're,
be super looped out.
yeah. Oh,
Big ol'
s-
Superman.
stock Superman.
So
Oh,
nobody's
huge whip. The huge Nate Adams whip there.
so nobody's flipping here. So maybe the our guess of the infamous IFMA might be wrong. That may have been later, unless things change by the end of the season. But I don't know.
So, is this like season in review before the big
Oh,
reveal?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Thing is, nobody's flipping. When did people start flipping?
Oh, he beat him by point 0.2. Damn. That would have been a very angry Adam after that.
Now you know where it came from.
That's it.
And then Nate rubs it in. He's like, I got Target sponsorship too. So see you
That's it.
later.
It was cool though that he grabbed Target. I
Yeah,
remember
absolutely.
when that happened and it was
Whoa!
oh
Young Bamberg went down more than we thought.
man, he's got bad luck. Like every time I hear of his name these days and I see something, he's on the ground. Ah, you could see like he didn't really want to go for it, but
No.
he was going for it anyway in a comp.
Yeah.
Got to do it. Got to do it. Nah, probably should have left that one go.
Should have done a big no footer. Whoa!
Oh,
Holy shit! This is '03.
that was sick. That was such a good whip. That almost did not come back.
Woo! Nobody's
Man,
whipping.
I hope they show that again.
Yeah.
Like that
Well
there's good,
upside
and then
down.
it just keeps going. That back wheel is coming. It overtakes the front wheel.
Just got it back. Woo! Yeah.
Damn.
He was still sideways when he landed. See it whip itself back. They're
Yeah,
like,
he's
you
looking a bit
crashed?
white.
He's from Washington, man. Both of them. All of them. There's a winter tour.
True. You can't hear it, but he's done the big call out. Was that whip big enough for you guys? Yeah, yeah. I got a little bit of audio in here. I can hear it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's big
sweet.
enough for them to highlight it multiple times here. So that goes to show you in '03, nobody was getting past flat
Yeah.
and
No, they were
backwards.
all doing Nate Adams whips from the round before.
Yeah.
No, I mean Kenny still had pretty good whips back then.
Yeah, but
He threw one out there, but not
when
like this.
when did the big whip start? It was a little bit after this.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to say who really Renner started really
I guess
pushing
it was
it,
Renner. Renner
right?
was kind of the driver of it. Or at
But
least he's the one who won a lot of medals around it.
yes, but look at this now. They rode on this tour together. So
True.
not to say that he didn't see Bamberg, the crowd freak out because Bamberg threw a whip. And Renner being a good rider, is just like, Well, shit.
I
I'm
can,
just gonna buckle down and get the
yeah,
biggest whip.
I can do that.
Yeah,
I can go and do it in the hills.
yeah.
Why not?
Well,
And that
he's
was the cool part though. Like I remember, like what you said, that wasn't about big whips at that point.
no.
And then it just came on. It was like you had to have a big whip or you were nothing.
Yeah,
And at that point, I was going for nothing.
yeah,
So,
yeah. You and me both. Renner is a really good rider. Like he's a fast pro guy. His brother used to ride like German supercrosses and shit, like for a
oh,
team
really?
over there. Yeah,
Oh, damn.
he'd win
Oh,
like
wow.
he'd win like 25 plus at like Loretta's and shit.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Holy crap. So, Adam Jones here, looking good. I love that his nickname was Rookie on the card at the
yeah.
start of this. But I have got to say, and I hope you clip this one later, I love Adam Jones. I love everything about his style, but that bike is hideous. What was he thinking?
The orange and green,
Orange and green, that is just hideous.
and then
I'm
his gear clashes even more with it, red and blue.
it's like it was like a rainbow spewed up all over it.
Woo!
The only thing was he was a good rider, so you kind of look past it.
Yeah,
But I remember seeing like still images. I'm like, what the hell? I mean,
dude.
I can't talk too much. I've had some ugly bikes as well in the past, so I
Dude, the
better not
crowd
give too
freaked
much
out for
shit.
the Saran to Saran. They were like, that was awesome. No, all of his tricks, even then, super big. Everything. The double grab, helicopter, the
Yeah.
Shaolin, everything's as big as you can go on it.
Looks like he's still angry though, even though he was sitting on the hot seat.
He was still angry. Well, like you said about his bike and everything, nobody also could get away with talking the amount of shit to judges and the promoters as Adam could. Like, kids would come in and they'd start that, and I'm like, listen, you're not as good as Adam Jones. I would just keep your mouth shut because
Yeah,
they
shut up.
will not hire you.
Fair call. Ah, Hollywood, I remember that. Hollywood Jesse Olsen. But
175.
how did he get Hollywood though?
I don't know.
Don't know.
He was very not Hollywood, I feel like.
That's yeah, I feel like that's a sarcastic
Yeah, yeah. That's
one they
like
gave
calling
him.
skinny,
Yeah.
fat.
That's I got that feel. Oh no, we're not throwing that out there. Oh, dude.
No, I'm just saying where you go, call somebody small, big guy.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, he had a sweet style. I really liked watching him ride.
Yeah.
Then he did course building for quite a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he just stopped doing that as well. He actually commented on the YouTube.
Did he?
Yeah, he wrote something, hey, something about nice video, buddy, or something like that. And I was like,
Fuck yeah, that's
what?
sick.
Jesse Olsen?
That's so good. Oh, what was that? Heel clicker to side saddle. I can't
Yeah.
remember what was the first trick he just did.
Yeah, I
Whatever it
think
was, the side saddle lander. I did not see that coming.
Notice he went brake side.
Yeah. Yeah, whereas I'm the dumb guy and I would go the other side.
Other
and
side, because that's the way you can.
exactly. Because I'm not fucking smart enough to realize to go to my brake side, and I did it every time.
Well, in one of these buildings, I would say it'd probably be bad news.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. No Bamberg whip, but still a good
No,
whip.
but this is a cool run though. Like he's just hamming it up.
Yeah,
Oh.
92.6. So, what is
Just
Adam
missed
at?
out by 0.1 from Adam Jones.
Do you see that though between those two runs? That was a good run, but do you think it's 0.1 off of Adam's run?
No, that was the points for the crowd to make it look like it was close.
Yeah,
That's what that was because Adam's run was definitely way better.
way better. The tricks he was doing was way more technical.
Yeah.
Helicopters, double grabs, Saran to Saran. Huh? Huh?
Yeah. Throw it in there. Get the combos. You got to get those combo points.
That's right. You let go of your hands twice Steve, that's way more dangerous. There is a lot to get tied up with there.
Hell yeah.
Especially you got to learn to surround both sides.
Yeah, well, straight away, that's my first problem. Like, I'm kind of like that double can one way. I would only surround one way. It couldn't go
Yeah.
the other. Yeah,
The other thing is you got to go super fast.
yeah,
You're like,
yeah. You're pretty much surrounding this way, and as you're coming out, you've already got to
yes,
start going the other way, or it's not happening
yeah,
unless you're fucking good. Um, but yeah, no, that's definitely not me. But I kind of feel like I'm a drummer, so I kind of had to learn how to try and become ambidextrous a little bit.
mm.
But I couldn't work that out when I was riding my bike. I I can't whip. You know how some guys will do a normal whip, they'll go left, but then they'll turn down to the right or
Right.
something like that. Couldn't do it. Everything's this way. I'm,
Yeah.
I'm either like this. Yeah, I wish I was like that. I'm like flat this way or I'm turned down this way. I
I'm the same with this is his dad's. This is his dad's house. So his dad was a big
Is it
stock car guy and actually painted. Was like a car painter. So there was
right?
a year or two that Adam had fully custom painted bikes by his dad.
Whoa, nice. Rolling in like Deegan, only
Yeah,
didn't get the
previous.
West Coast choppers.
Exactly. Prior to Deegan doing that. Um, yeah, this is out in PA. Did you know that? Originally, well,
Pennsylvania?
that's how he ended up working with Mike Jones because they were only a couple hours
Ah,
apart.
yeah, right. So this is his home, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, this is his parents' house. This is pre moving
Right.
to Reno.
Pre NVHC?
HC, yeah,
Yeah, I
exactly.
see.
Yeah.
High
Lucky.
school graduate. Well, good. He got
Yeah.
all the way through. Nice.
Yeah.
He passed maths.
I don't have my high school diploma anywhere.
As in you didn't get it
No, I got
or
it,
you
but I don't
lost
know where it
it?
is. I barely
I
got it. I think they were just like, "Well, just get you out of here."
the what's even worse is I went all the way and got a bloody university degree.
And don't
I don't
use.
know where it is. 6.5 years of uni. I have no idea where my degree is.
What did
So
you go for?
I don't know. It
Well,
was business management and marketing.
that makes sense. There you go. Triple
Oh,
pendulum to
was
side
that
saddle
triple?
lander. Olsen's stepping it up here, son.
Hell yeah. Oh, Miles Richmond. I love this guy's style.
Yeah,
Another underrated rider, I thought.
for sure.
A little bit sketchy on those ones there, so I probably not the best time to say it, but I did love watching him. And Backstreet.
But Miles is a direct descendant of Doug Parsons. Not related, but look at his bike, his gear,
True.
his
Yeah, it was.
style.
Yeah.
He
Yep.
basically learned a lot from riding with
Yeah.
Doug.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's what it looked like too.
When he first came out, I was like, I thought it was Doug. And then,
Oh.
so there you go. I was wrong.
There you go. So that was a 92.3 Backstreet. Andy Jones took that win. And this is so we're about to go into the fourth part. And I guess the what we start on is with Andy holding a trophy. So
Yeah.
this is where you thought we were going to have our
So I,
excitement. Should maybe we'll wait until the end of this. Maybe it happens.
nah,
Maybe it's
because
you
nobody
don't think it's
else,
going to come?
no, because it wouldn't last round of the series. All of a sudden, everybody can flip.
Well, I don't know. I
We'll
mean, we
watch
got
it.
10 minutes of
Okay.
this.
All right. Let's see.
I don't know. I'm just saying there could be a surprise.
Maybe.
So, 3, 2, 1.
First career
First
IFMA
career.
win. So then maybe he won more than one. He was stoked.
So first IFMA win for Andy Jones. Fucking love this dude. No fucks given right there.
He's hot. He's been working out there. He's like,
Hell yeah. He's grafting. Fucking I'm out there building tracks all day long.
see how long he held that? That's
I
the
love when
thing.
it was feet under the bars as well for the
Yeah.
cliffhanger. Not this by the side of, oh wait, I
Yeah.
guess you can see, not here by the side of the fork leg. Like
Yeah.
he was under the bar.
Yep. That's a big
So
thing with flip cliffhangers. Everybody
yeah,
goes way down. Not, I
yeah.
don't do flip cliffhangers, obviously, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, but that's kind of that's the safety mechanism, isn't
Right.
it?
Because you've got
But
more
then
surface, you don't like spin independently of the bike.
exactly. But what I've seen a few times, like Pat Bowden, he does some of the biggest cliffhangers ever, but he's like getting his
Woo!
boot caught in here. So I think in the end he had to cut down his radiator
Radiator
shroud
shroud.
and then like melt it a bit and fold it in
That makes
so he wouldn't
sense.
get caught up.
I have definitely on a regular cliffhanger gotten, there you go, nothing
Oh,
cans. I have definitely gotten caught up with my foot in the radiator shroud on a, like a crappy cliffhanger where you don't get high enough.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, look, you
Been
got a
there.
shift deal by the end of this season. See that? Remember, he had answer gear on.
Oh yeah.
Now he's
Yeah,
running
we're on shift
shift.
now. Yeah.
That's what
Yeah,
happens.
true. So that was it. He got too good. He was off the team. Go
Next
find some
year,
shift
he
gear.
probably had a different bike.
So what did he go? He went Cowie to Honda to Yamaha, I guess.
What is going on here? McGuire. Oh, they're in a store or something.
Yeah.
Did he go? I'm trying to think of Adam on a Honda. I know that he rode a Honda, but I can't picture it.
Now you're pushing my memory. I'm pretty sure he did
Yeah,
it.
I know who that was, and I can't think of it with the fly gear and no graphics.
Man, these guys were working hard though. Like, how many events were there in IFMA in a year?
So they would have multiple Friday, Saturday,
Yeah.
and I bet they did probably, I don't know, 15, 20.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. It feels like there's quite a lot.
Yes.
And it sucks that it went from that point there only a couple of years later to nobody coming.
Yeah. I mean, we did a lot of events when they went to ramp to ramp. The first year it was just one tour, and then eventually they had like two tours.
Yeah,
Maybe I think there was only two. But
yeah.
yeah, it's weird. It just like kind of fizzled out. Nobody on a local level. Look at that. He's got Red Bull on his helmet. It's not even a
I
Red Bull
just
helmet yet.
I was just about to say that. He's got it on there, but it's not yeah, not the full factory Red Bull paint job.
No. How did Mad Mike not make it in this?
I don't know.
He made some highlights, but he didn't make like Andy Jones is all over this thing, and Mad Mike's not,
Yeah. Like
or
Mad Mike was sick.
or Jake Wyndham, or even Robert Disler didn't win one of these or get a top three.
Yeah, I'm
Do you remember Robert Disler? Like
yeah,
how
he was sick.
sick, dude.
Hell yeah.
And now he cuts hair.
And starts internet fights with Paul Talbot.
Does it? I'm sure. I've seen
I'm
him.
pretty sure it's him. I
No, it
think it's
is.
him that's
He definitely will. He doesn't care. He'll definitely get in there and start
I'm pretty sure it's Rob.
have a spirited exchange.
Yeah, yeah.
It's definitely because he. Now that you say that on Facebook,
Oh,
that
just
was nice.
quickly, did you see that? It was
Yeah,
like a double knack, but he went with it with the bike. Him and the bike went the same direction.
yeah. It's because he
Sorry.
kicks
Anyway,
so hard. That's all right. I'm just talking nonsense. We should probably be talking about his run anyway.
yeah, true. Oh,
Oh, look at that.
another sterilizer. Man, we should have been doing a drinking game tonight. Like, if we knew there was going to be so many sterilizers, should have been throw back a shot. I mean, I've had a lot of practice. We've just been through a whole bunch of festivals here in Germany. So it's just been schnapps, schnapps, schnapps for the last month. It's
I
been pretty solid.
We need to come over for Oktoberfest.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, I'm living in Bavaria, man.
Oh
So
shit.
hell yeah. This is where the action is. Come
Clogs and
September, October time, you're over here.
clogs and big mugs.
Well, clogs are up in Netherlands, but it's big mugs and yeah,
Lederhosen.
hell yeah, lederhosen. I need to get some proper lederhosen.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's
How
a
long
big
have you
thing.
been there? You don't have Lederhosen.
Yeah, that's too expensive. It's fucking expensive. It's
Really?
it's like stuff that goes through the family, like
Ah.
grandfathers pass it on to sons
Oh
and
wow.
grandsons, and yeah, There's a whole thing.
Ooh.
Whoa, that was sick.
Switch to stalefish.
Yeah,
Opposite side.
that was cool.
Big old no neck. Man, this is why Drake became Drake. Look at that. Like
Yeah,
just how smooth that was. His
even
bike's
as the front's dipping, he didn't
exactly.
give a fuck. Like he
No.
still did. That's what I loved about Drake. One hand hearts.
Yeah.
They were sick. Like they almost looked like he was
Look
gonna
at how
go over
perfect
the
that
top.
was.
Yeah.
That's the best cliffhanger we've seen in this whole review.
Hell yeah.
100%.
If he doesn't win this one, I'm gonna be pissed because I don't know who's they've
Nate.
got Nate. They've got
There you
Nate
go.
coming.
There's the
Ah!
R Hop Indy.
Oh, it wasn't the biggest one, but he definitely tweaked
Oh,
that.
that was sick. One hand knack, whipped out.
Yeah. Man,
I just got
Drake
I got goosebumps.
you getting goosebumps?
Yeah. Such a good run, dude. He used to do no knacks to Saran out the opposite side, too.
No way.
I think he
I
was doing
wouldn't
it.
say that one was the biggest, but you could see he was going for the right technique.
Yeah.
He was going for the good technique. He just didn't get a good whip on the bike, but
See, he fixed
that
his
was
hair
sick.
as soon as it came out of the helmet. He was just like, helmet off, fix my hair.
It's got to be good. I mean, he's not even riding in a leather jacket here. Like this is real early Drake McElroy.
He does have shorts, though.
Oh, it was the Michael Jackson
he...
cliffhanger.
Look, he still just doesn't care. He like cares, but he doesn't. He can't show
Yeah.
you that he cares.
Did he?
He won.
Did he just win?
Yep.
Did he just beat Nate Adams?
Oh.
Hey yo!
Oh. Jeez. That's the old
Damn.
warped gear. I got some of that gear.
Do ya? I
Yeah.
wanted it. I didn't get it, but I did want that one.
Yeah, it was sick. Oh. Oh man.
Whoa, was that Adam Jones
Yeah.
actually crashing?
That was weird because it looked like he was fine.
Yeah.
You know, that dirt, anybody that's never ridden indoors, and I think you probably know where I'm going, but they bring this stuff in, and you'll have, especially first night, it's super tacky sometimes and spongy just because it's winter in the U.S. and they're
Exactly.
outside.
It's winter and it's wet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they move it all around. Here he's Mad Mike.
Yo.
I would imagine he did that on purpose.
Exactly. I fucking love watching him ride.
Oh, see, there you go.
Aw.
You didn't let it nosedive enough. I wonder who that was. It almost looked like Feist or something, but it was on a Yamaha.
Yeah.
It's like
That's what it was. Yeah, he just didn't get back on that double
Whoa.
neck. Oh. That's lucky to get out of that. Like,
yeah,
those can get real nasty. Like, if you keep your arm over the bike and it just rips your shoulder or something.
yeah,
Yeah, so what you were saying before, though, about the dirt, like, it's winter dirt. It's coming in. So, yeah, the first night's, like, spongy,
yeah.
bit shit, bit
Yeah.
tacky. And then the second night, it's hard as a rock, right?
Yeah, and then it starts to crumble off the top.
And then it
And
gets slippery with the dust.
exactly. But
All right, you've done it too.
people that don't like Supercross especially, like they bring that stuff in. It might be a little bit better now that they do Monster Jam, the week before. I guess sometimes they do it the week after, but once they have the dirt in for longer, it's kind of a little bit better. But when they build that stuff fresh, it's like you get soft pockets in it because it's not packed,
Yeah.
entirely, and it gets
and
awkward.
and probably when they were building it as well, they get nervous as a if they were using a wheel loader or something, it starts sinking on one side. They're like, don't do too much. Let's just put some dirt on and just tap it on so it looks
Yeah.
good, and then it turns to shit. So there you go. That was 4 out of 4, and unfortunately, we didn't get the big the big thing that
No.
we were looking forward to.
So when should we? I guess because
Are
of
we
likelihood we're gonna find it is
We're
probably.
probably not going to see it, so let's go for it. If anybody's watching this, here's the secret blowing.
So I originally when I saw it, I didn't realize Andy Jones had won in IFMA prior to the Great debacle. And the Great debacle is that the IFMAs paid like maybe 2,500 to win, and at the time when everybody started flipping, they were making like 10 grand or some shit like that. So
Yeah,
everybody kind of made a pact and was like, we're not going to flip at IFMAs because they don't pay enough. Well, Andy Jones could flip, and he was like, screw this, I got a chance to win an IFMA. And he flipped and won the IFMA, and then it was just like Freestyle MTX blew up with people super mad at him. And then
yeah.
that just started like a slide, because
I
everybody.
I was probably in the middle of that keyboard bashing at the time, but he was tarred and feathered, and just before we started this video, like when you said about it, I forgot that whole drama. And that's how it started. It was like, well, a few guys can flip now, but we're not getting paid what we want, so we're not going to do it. And then the guys tried to stick to something,
Yeah.
and it has been proven again and again and again. And this is like the whole conversation about a union. It will not work because there's always somebody who
Yeah.
wants to win, and it's a free market. So
And
Andy had the trick that could win. He was willing to risk it and not take the money. But the problem was we didn't really see him again after that. So
and I think that it was probably just having to deal with all those people saying that, that you were riding with. I'm sure the animosity and
yeah,
stuff. And then that made it. I always talk about on these videos, like people, when I predict how people are going to do supercross wise, it's how they feel. And if you get to a point where you feel like you go to an event and everybody hates you, and now not only
yeah.
are you nervous, but now you're dealing with all these people, I could see how it could become a very negative mental space for you, which is,
Yeah.
I think, probably what happened. Then he kind of, got out of it, which is a bummer. But isn't it
That's it.
weird
And
how that
it
one
was,
thing changed,
yeah, like he changed how riders went to an IFMA, and pretty much every other competition after that. It was like, well, we got to do it now. Like,
Yeah.
it has been done. There is an expectation, and if I don't do it, I'm not going to win. So
Let's
simple.
let's just wrap our heads around if he hadn't done it and everybody had stuck to we need this much to
Mm.
flip. They really could have pressured the tour into paying more, having a bigger purse.
Yeah, it probably.
What if you're the
I'm
IFMAs and you're just like all these people are flipping all these other places and they will not flip at our event?
Yeah, yeah, true. Like, it's X Games would have had it for 1 year by then,
Probably.
2003, 2 years maybe. Um, let's say they get to 2004, then there would have been more events having it. more Vans Triple Crowns, whatever
Yeah.
it was. Then Dew Tour comes along. You'd have to do it. Put up or shut up.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a tough one. But on the other side, what if they went two more events and Kenny Bartram's feeling so good with it, and he's like, "Fuck, I don't want to lose that Nate Adams anymore. I can do a flip. I got every other trick. I'm gonna do it." Like, so I wonder what would happen if Andy Jones didn't do it and Nate Adams did it first. Like,
Yeah.
I wonder how that would go as
Well,
well.
those guys were already winning though, and I would say
They,
that straight up, if you were going straight up, no flips, you'd still have the same guys winning.
yeah,
It
but
still would
I'm
have
just thinking
been,
like you get to the end of a season and let's say there's like a few points
oh,
between
last
first and
round.
second and last round competition. And it'd be like, oh, well, I know what's going to win it for me. So if I do that one trick,
At
the
that
last
point,
20 weeks of competition have made sense.
at that point, I don't know that there was a tour winning bonus. If there is a tour winning
Ah,
bonus, then I'm like, yeah, pull it out at the end
yeah,
to win the championship versus just an individual round.
yeah, yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
taking somebody out real bad. You don't take them out in the heat race. You wait for the main event and then you just hack them off.
yeah, maybe. But yeah, like it was that was a huge turning point for freestyle and for Andy Jones's career because we didn't really see him after that.
Yeah.
And then we saw a lot more backflips in competition. So it was like
He
he was six
basically
months too early
he
or 1 year
basically
too early.
he basically got kicked out of the FMX union.
Yeah, he fucked it. The union that never happened, and he got kicked out of it. So yeah, it's a shame. But it was funny because like he did win that round without a flip.
Yeah.
But leading up throughout this whole episode or the series wrap up, he wasn't really in contention that much,
No,
not
I would
compared to the big boys.
yeah.
So he was that one guy who maybe he didn't have the best upright tricks, but with a flip, now
Yeah.
he can compete with the guys like Drake and Nate and
Well,
Kenny
at
and
that time when we're talking about, yeah, backflips were winning like X Games, uh, like best trick. If you could do a backflip
exactly.
one hander or something, you would win. We were
Yeah.
watching that. Yeah,
2004
was it
Winter
4 or 5?
X
We watched
or
5. That's a year
5.
after this. 2 years
Yeah.
after
Two
this,
years after
and a
this.
back
And
straight backflips winning X. Well, what was it? Backflip, no
no,
legger, one
no
hander.
legger, one hander. Yeah. Was winning X Games best trick
Yeah,
in the snow. But yeah, exactly. It's that time, it's that era. It is gnarly.
yeah,
And then remember, they would be getting that kind of money. But if they went anywhere around the world, it probably was double at the time. If you did a backflip, maybe it wasn't 10, it was 15 or 20.
So, do you remember when Mets first flipped? Do you
Yep.
remember what he got?
Nope.
I
No
heard
idea.
I heard that when he very first flipped, maybe it was a European Supercross, I want to say. I
Oh,
heard he got 60 grand for
damn.
when he was the only one flipping and he went over. Then it went to like 30 grand those guys were getting for a little bit. And
Yeah.
then it quickly dropped down to 5,000 and then I started flipping around the 3,500 era. And
Yeah.
overseas, I would go to South America and get like 45. And then that worked its way down. But I booked my own shows, so I kept myself at 3 grand for years.
Yeah.
I was like,
You're sweet. That's easy.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like 3 G's or I'm not flipping. That's
Doesn't matter if you've got the machinery, the
yeah,
ramps and the trailers and everything else together. It doesn't matter. I
yeah,
need my three.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
No, but I mean, like, even because then it went on to the 360s, and then the 360 took that same
Yes,
position of
exactly.
30 grand. Like, you'd turn up to a one big event, you get 30. And then it was the double flip, and that was the same thing.
Yeah,
And now
but
not
now
much
we're at
really gets up
triple.
there. Yeah, now you're a triple. I don't know. I don't even want
Exactly.
to guess at what they're doing for that.
So here's the issue with the triple, right? Is that you would have to have that ginormous landing and setup on your floor, and if you're doing a supercross or whatever, you don't have that type of room, even on the start straight.
No, no, exactly.
So,
You don't have the roof height.
oh,
You
that's
don't
true
have,
too. That's
yeah,
probably true.
like that's an open air
How
football
high do they
stadium.
go on that triple? See,
Um,
normally I think we go 40 some 40.
40 feet. Yeah.
Yeah, about. So think about on that triple, probably another at least 15, 55. That's a big ramp, dude. You're going 40 off of a 8
It'd
and
have
a,
to be more than 55.
probably because you're going 40 off of a 75 foot on a regular ramp that's 8.5 feet tall.
Yeah.
8.4. That thing is what, 11 or something like that? 12 feet
Yeah.
tall itself?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And pointing straight up to the moon.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, I would have loved to have had a laser out there
Yeah.
when they did the triple. I'm sure Harry or Jo
I'm sure they
can
know how high they're
enlighten
going.
us how high they are going. It would be very interesting to know how high it is. But that is a lot less easy to replicate at any show. That's
Yeah.
the problem, which is good for them. And they can keep their own price up for wherever they want it
Yeah.
to be. That's fantastic. But you're not going to see it very often. That's a good and it's a bad thing.
Right, exactly.
I'd say it's very good.
Yeah. It's good because you don't
But
have to do it all the time.
well, that's it.
But
Don't
it's
even have to
bad
think
because you
about it.
can't make 30 grand to go to a supercross and pull it.
Exactly. Like that could be their meal ticket for the next 10 years.
It's true.
Like Sheeny, Scott Murray,
Yeah.
Cam Sinclair, those guys, that double flip, that
Yeah.
made careers.
Yeah, for sure.
And, the triple could do the same, but it's just so much harder the infrastructure to make it, like to have the airbag landing for it straight away, you're at probably 50 grand.
And then trying to
Um,
transport all that stuff because you're not using somebody else's stuff someplace. You have to bring the
yeah,
full setup or they have to make it there.
yeah. And do you trust what they make somewhere else to do a triple backflip? You turn up and they're like, "Oh no, no
Yeah,
worries.
yeah.
Old tooth Billy out the back, he just welded up the ramp, and she's sweet." And yeah, like
Especially a
you'd want to,
takeoff. Like you said earlier with the takeoffs, you can get, dude, I can't tell you in the beginning how many different Rev 2s I've seen.
yeah,
You
exactly.
could line up 10 of them in a row and none of them would be the same. You're
Yeah,
just like, you guys have the same ramp plans? Do you really?
yeah, yeah. Did you read it upside down? What's
Yeah.
going on?
Dude,
Like even over here, I'd probably say the best ramps that just get around Europe are from Gerhard Meyer. He's like dude down in Austria, and he runs his own team, but he supplies ramps to pretty much every event over here. So he's got, I don't know, I don't even know how many ramps he'd have, probably 10, 15. They're all exactly the same, but they're not. And
yeah.
like even he gets pissed off and he's like, for fuck's sake, like they are built to be all bolted together, but you just cannot
Yeah.
make one ramp or two ramps the same. Like
No.
they just will be different. So yeah, imagine you want to go do a triple backflip and
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, that's
Like,
too much to risk on it being a teeny bit off. Dude,
yeah.
so much so when we did that, when we finally got, after they got rid of the regular IFMA series, we did actually get two matching ramps. And
Okay.
one of them was hit by a machine. So the back of it, the tall end, one of the uprights was just barely dented. They would set them up and put the banners on them, and I could tell you which one it was by like three
Yep.
laps. I would do three laps, and I go, "That's the bent one over there." What? Somebody even uh, John Jones, no related to the other ones, also from Oklahoma though. Interestingly enough, like
Okay.
Andy Jones. I go, hey, that's the bent one, and they're like, no, it's not. You can't know that, and I'm like, I guarantee you, I put money that's the bent one over there. So he goes over and he pulls the thing open. He goes, shit.
Oh fuck.
He was like,
we
you're
we
right.
we still have the same problem. Like there'll be a ramp at Night of the Jumps, and it'll be at whatever position, and everyone will come over and like it's that one there. I'm like, are you sure it's that one? Like it's definitely that one.
Yeah,
And I have jumped it, I know, and it is a turd. Like it's just this little bit at the bottom of the ramp. It's not at the top, it's just at the bottom, but it just I don't know,
yes.
fucks you up a little bit. And like, what the hell? Hate it. So no, we welded that bad boy up. So
Sometimes when you do you guys have because they're I know in Europe they like to do the expanded but then just the runners and no real like sheet metal under it.
yeah. So I think the new ones that we've just got built not long ago, it must have like three runners
And
up,
then yeah,
and then it still has all the cross supports going down, but there's nothing under it. It's just mesh, and then the
yeah.
dirt goes through,
So
or
with
not even.
those, sometimes if your last support is running long ways, the stuff will actually dent in like a teeny bit of a rut. I've had it to
Exactly.
where they kind of do like shoot you like a
Yep.
little bit out.
Exactly. Yep. That's it. And it depends on the size of your cross supports,
Yes.
and is it enough that your wheel's gonna put ruts in it? And
Exactly.
yeah,
Flex is just enough to give you like a rut feeling and kind of like if you're not dead center in that thing, it's like
they're just
even if
yeah, horrible.
you know it if the ramp gets turned a teeny bit, all of a sudden you're like, you?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. See you later. Yep.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Nah, it's crazy. Man, how did we get off topic so far?
We're not. We're talking about freestyle motocross.
Yeah. No, true. I was like, how do we get here? Like we've really taken a few detours along the way to get to that. But
Anybody
fuck yeah, I
that's made
love
it
it.
this far, I would imagine, is a severe freestyle motocross fan and probably understands what we're talking about.
Or they've probably fallen asleep and the video's still going.
That's also
So
possible. Thank you for leaving your YouTube running and me
it's
getting
helped the channel.
yeah, exactly. It registers that somebody watched the entire thing, and
Oh, we should like I don't know. Could you like title it and say late night viewing or something? So people are like, yeah, I'm gonna watch this one at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock at night, put it on, and then they just go to sleep. You're getting full 100% views. Like this thing is sick. Like my
it's
channel's just running
lullaby.
hot.
It's like lullaby companion.
Yeah, just listening to two dickheads talking about freestyle motocross.
We'll put you
Yeah,
to
it could
sleep.
work.
Hey,
Yeah.
yeah, just relax, man. Take a nap.
That's not putting me to sleep. That's
No, it
getting me
wasn't.
hard. No, that was way too deep and
Oh.
sexy.
All right, I'll
Oh,
stop that.
that sounded like phone sex right there.
I'm gonna jump you so hard, it's gonna be. Oh, I'm whipping it out.
We're talking strippers, we're talking everything here.
Yeah.
So it's
Paris
all in
Hilton,
there.
strippers, the whole deal.
Oh fuck yeah. Sweet as man. Well, I should probably rock and roll.
Yeah, get to
Um
bed so you can get up before one
speak
o'clock
speak
tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah. Isn't it funny? Like I know you're still recording, obviously, but like what did you texted me when today? Like it was 11 o'clock my
He was
time,
like
and you're
five
like,
o'clock my time.
yeah, and you're like, I'm up. So when do you want to do this? I'm like, fuck, I've barely like wiped the sleep out of my eyes,
So
and
when
you're
you
texting
wrote
me.
me, I'll let you in on a secret. When you wrote me back, I was taking a nap. That's why I
You'd
missed
already
you.
been up long enough to then have a nap.
I was up. I edited that whole video of best alternative styles in FMX, took a nap, and then got up to do this.
No way. Fucking hell, mate. I'm only just starting to get like warmed up, and then it's time to go to bed.
Well, I took a
I
nap so
just
I won't have to go to sleep at 8 o'clock. So
let's see if he's sweet as man. I just started taking melatonin to try and get my sleep pattern in order or something.
you
It's
should try weedatonin and see how that does
weed
for you.
weedatonin will get me to yeah, but I'll just be. I can't be any more baked than what I am feeling at the moment. So I don't think it's going to actually make any difference. Yeah, probably could do the job. Anyway,
All right. There you go.
Night. Have a good one, man. Good to see you.
Yeah, good talking. Yeah, everybody leave a comment. Hopefully it makes it to YouTube. And yeah, just comment on here. If you guys find anything other than Braden, we already know you're finding all the stuff. I don't know. I'm still blown away daily that I don't understand how you're like, it makes zero sense to me because I've done this stuff my whole life and searched for stuff and it doesn't show up any place but his channel. Like, I don't understand. Do you work at a TV station? Do you have TV archives at your fingertips? It makes zero sense to me. But
one, that it's on his channel. Two, it hasn't been taken down.
Well, he's working very diligently to get it not taken down, and then we go and undo it so that way we can get taken down.
Hey, and actually, might throw it out there now. If somebody's still listening to this shit, but Jake Bowen just texted and said, "Yeah, go for it," because he's got a few of his own home videos of when he was doing competitions in America, all around the world. So maybe we'll have to do a Jake Bowen mash up of whatever footage he's got.
Yeah, he's got
fucking sick.
Tons of behind the scenes, watching X Games Best Trick from the stands, tons of practice from big events. There's a lot of good gems on there as well. So basically, if you guys find anything that's online that's not getting, like where we could do it, shoot us a message or whatever, and we'll line it up and talk about it. Also, some of these we'll try and get some of the people eventually, especially once we start going live, once you get in the new digs next door. We'll get some of these guys on so they can actually give us some insights on, like a fresh face Adam. Does he even remember that? Probably doesn't even remember. He's like, when was this?
He's like, who put those? What do you have? Orange fork protectors and an orange rear fender.
He's like, who do that?
Who did that to my bike? Like, I don't remember that. I want to find that out. That's the hot take from tonight's competition.
I would now venture to guess that bike was painted by his dad.
Oh, well, then I probably should have shut my big mouth.
That would be my guess, because you think they made orange Cowie plastics then? I don't think they did. I bet that was a painted bike.
Whoops.
They're from Pennsylvania. What do you want?
Sorry, Mr. Jones.
They're Pennsylvanians. What do you want?
I don't know. Better looking Kawasaki's. I don't know.
All right. We're really going this time. Thank you for watching, everybody. Later.